Hollie, we've got to ask you, like, how does it feel now being on the other side of it? Because, I mean, the castle looks enchanted. It looks like it's a dream in itself. It must feel like a dream.
It was incredible, you know, just to be there. It was, you had no really idea what it would be like. And when you walked in there, it was just like, the castle's fantastic, it's beautiful. You know, just everything, you know, was like, fire straight away. It was like, need to try and keep warm if we can. But I miss being there. I woke up this morning and I still thought I was actually there. So 2 weeks in there, it's been a long time, but I wish I was still there.
It does look like, you know, days feel like weeks. You get to know each other so well. What was castle life like? Because there's some gross jobs that you had to do. Melvin's like, yeah.
And the privy was lovely. Do you know what? We all just sort of cracked on with the jobs. We was all helped, like, chipping in with cooking and cleaning and... obviously, yeah, the privy, it wasn't too bad. It was just a bit smelly because it was wood, and some of the boys sort of missed the whole...
Did you ever find out who was doing that weeing on the floor?
Oh, God.
Go on, who do you think it was? Yes, absolutely, say.
I think it was Jordan.
So it was Jordan?
Yeah. Did anyone think it was Jordan?
Yeah, because I was like, we did pee patrol, and I was like, what do you mean pee patrol? AJ was like, so everyone went in the toilet, everything was clean, and then Jordan went in, and then the other day, it's like, what, 2 days? I don't even remember. He was like, should we mop the toilet? I was like, what, to mop your wee up? And he was like, it wasn't me, it wasn't me. I was like, all right.
No one volunteers to mop it unless they know it's their own. Absolutely. Talk to me about living on rice and beans.
Well, I've currently lost nearly a stone, so I'm actually really happy. But I also kind of feel bad because I feel like I've lost a bit of muscle mass too. But rice and beans, you know, I think it was you actually asked me, it was like, did you have any cheeky salt and pepper on this? I was like, you know all about the seasoning.
Yeah, man. Some
Salt
jerk
and
or something.
You would have seen me enjoy my like rice and beans, but it was hard. Like the first few days, it was just trying to get down, and I thought I'd be a lot more worse. I thought I'd be like hangry Hollie comes out, you know, I start shaking and start getting like snappy, but it was just trying to get the energy and fuel down you. But
even when you get food, this is what freaks me out. So you get loads of stars. You're like, we're in for a really good meal tonight, and then you just get this massive eel that. I prefer not to eat than have to eat that. So I can't, it must be so frustrating.
I think the best meal of the day is sort of lunchtime because you know you're going to get beans and rice. And then obviously you have no idea within the stars. And then obviously when we did Barbaric and we got 10 stars, I was like, oh no, what are we going to get tonight? And I think it was pigeon and our faces was like...
I saw your faces drop so many times. Well, Hollie, we know how much you loved your time in the camp. But what we really want to know is what you did when you left the castle. What you ate, because it wasn't pigeon, I can guess. The panel light, right, we're going to throw some questions at you, just fire them at you. We want to know the first things you did with your night of freedom. Please keep it clean. And Melvin, Louise, you can jump in with whatever it is that you want to know. Let's play First Night.
Yeah.
Right, Hollie, I'm going to kick things off. I want to know, who was the first person you hugged?
My boyfriend.
Oh, there's only about 3 people you can hug these days anyway.
I was going to say, I waited a long time to hug my boyfriend. But yeah, he was the first person I hugged.
Oh.
So who was the first person you read a text from?
I didn't even read any text. I just got my phone out and FaceTimed my boyfriend straight away. Aww. You know, I haven't seen him for like maybe 2 or 3 months because it was obviously lockdown. He's in Swansea and I'm in Loughborough. So, but yeah, I didn't want to read any text. I was a little bit worried and apprehensive, and obviously my phone was just buzzing and buzzing. So I was like, just FaceTime my boyfriend and then FaceTime mum and dad after. It was lovely. Nice. Just lovely to see his little face.
What's the first thing you did when you got to the hotel?
Sorry. I certainly took my hat off and I was just like, ugh. And there was like the lovely food and they'd written like, you know, welcome Hollie, and I saw chips and crisps and I went straight for that. I was just like, oh my God, food, flavours, salt. And honestly, after, you know, about that much of chips, I was like, I feel sick. I was like, there's fruit and there's chocolate and there's crisps and everything. And I was like, why can't I finish this? I was like, you said you were going to eat loads when he came out and you ate nothing.
So you couldn't eat it?
My stomach was, I think it's just shrunk so much from eating the beans and rice. My flavours and everything was just like, no, we don't want this. We want beans and rice.
Do you have to, like, introduce food gradually?
Yeah, the best way they've sort of told us is to sort of eat slowly and gradually throughout the day. But again, you know, I can't wait to have fish and chips from Grimsby and curry sauce and scraps and maybe a battered sausage on the side.
The opportunities are endless. I know that you've just been with them for 2 weeks, but who was the first campmate you thought of after you left?
Vernon.
Oh, Oh, your mum said the same thing when she came on the show.
He's just so wonderful, and we got on so well. Our friendship, you know, it blossomed throughout the 2 weeks, and you know, there's always funny jokes in there, like the crayfish tail joke, and I guess maybe you might not have seen that on camera, but yeah, he had a special place in my heart. He seems like a lot of fun. First night, everybody. Yeah.